Again, I'm there with Social Studies, Class 6, Chapter 6, new question and ideas with a new topic today. What are we going to study in this chapter? Our next topic is about Upanishads. Like, what are Upanishads? Okay. Upanishads are a type of books. Okay. As we have studied in the Vedic text about the four books, like four Vedas we have studied. Apart from Vedas, many other things were written. Okay, as the Buddhism was being flourished, so there was a lot of Buddhist literature that time. Okay, so literally the material was coming from somewhere, and from those literally materials only we were having Upanishads. Okay, Upanishads were related to a later Vedic text. Okay, when the Mahajanpads were increasing, that time Upanishads have been started writing. Okay, now if we ask that who have written these Upanishads, saints have written these Upanishads. Okay, like if we say Upanishads, we also say to Upanishads Vedantas. Now Vedantas are the end to Vedas. Okay, it literally means end to Vedas. Upanishads were written after the four Vedas. Okay, so it was known as, that is why it is known as end to Vedas. And it was written in the later Vedic age. Upanishads were written by the saints in relation to the new questions and the ideas by the saints where they just tried to find out the answers for some difficult questions. Now, some thinkers try to find out answer to difficult questions. So, after the Upanishads and after the Vedas, when they were written, so some thinkers, they were having certain questions in their mind and they just wanted to find out the answer of these questions. Now, what were these difficult questions? Question number 1, like we can say it was like life after death. Was there any life after death? They just wanted to know the answers of certain difficult questions where they did not find the answers with the saints and the sages. Then they just wanted to find the answer of these questions in these Upanishads, like life after death. Is there any life after death? Then why we are performing sacrifices? What is the reason that we are performing sacrifices? And is there something permanent in this universe that would last after death? Like, what is there something permanent which would to last in the universe after the death also? That, as we know that death is the last thing, but after death also are we having something else? So all these questions, they just wanted to find out the answer for all these. So they just wanted to know that what is there something permanent which is there in the universe that would last after death. So what is that? That is our Atma, that is a soul. Soul is something which is permanent in this universe and that would last after our death also. And as they said that is there any life after death? Where like do the people they go after death? Why do we perform sacrifices? So they actually wanted the answers of these questions. These thinkers talked on Atman and Brahman. Now they actually wanted, now these thinkers, they just talk on Atman. Atman means what? Our soul, our Atma. And they talk on Brahman. They said that the Atman is a individual soul and Brahman is a universal soul. So Brahman and Atman, this is a word which is coming, they are almost closely connected with each other. Okay, like Brahman is a universal soul, he is having the knowledge of the whole universe, and Atman is a soul, our individual soul, which everyone is having inside him or her. They actually believe that ultimately both the Atman and the Brahman were one, as I have told you over here only. Now these ideas were recorded in Upanishads. All these ideas, all these answers of these questions were recorded in some book and they were known as Upanishads. Now if we say over here Upanishad, it was if we break this Upanishad, this has been broken into 3 parts. Upanishad, and it exactly means approaching and sitting near. It exactly means approaching and sitting near. Then the text contain conversation between the teacher and the students. Now these texts, they actually contain the conversation, whatever the conversation it goes on between the teacher and the students. That time the Gurukul system was there and the gurus were there. They used to talk with their students, they used to converse with their students. So these texts actually contain the conversation between the teacher and the students, and these the conversation were, or these ideas were presented through simple dialogues. Simple dialogues were presented over here in these books to just give their ideas. If we talk in Hindi, then it means like paas aake baitho, approaching and sitting near. Okay, Upanishad. Now the Upanishad thinkers were men, especially Brahmins and Rajas, as they belonged to the upper caste, as we have already studied about the Varna system of that time. Occasionally there is mention of women thinkers such as Gargi. Now it is mentioned somewhere only about the women thinkers such as Gargi is mentioned in the Upanishads, and who was famous for her learning and participated in debates held in the royal courts. She was a daughter of one famous sage, saint you can say. Poor people rarely took part in these discussions. Poor people very rarely they took part in these discussions. But there was an exception with Satyakama Jabala, who was named after his mother, the slave woman Jabali. Now this Satyakama Jabala was named after his mother, who was a slave woman, जो कि एक दासी थी जिसका नाम जबाली था. And he had a deep desire, Satyakama Jabala, to know about the reality. He was having a lot of questions in his mind which he wanted to ask, and he was accepted as a student by a Brahmin teacher named Gautama, and he became one of the best known thinkers of the time. Many of these ideas of the Upanishads were later developed by the famous thinker Shankaracharya. Now this Satyakama Jabala was also have been mentioned in the Jabali Upanishads. It is one of the Upanishads was Jabali Upanishad also. Now Gautama here does not mean Gautam Buddha, it means Haridru Mata Gautama, where Satyakama Jabala went for the answers of his questions. He was finding the answers of his questions, वो सच की चाहते रखते थे और इनके कुछ questions के वो answers find करना चाहते थे, जिसके लिए वो गुरु जो कि हरिद्रु माता गौतमा थे उनके पास गए और उनसे पूछा अपने ये questions के answers के बारे में. Now there are many Upanishads. As I have told you, there are around 108 Upanishads, and out of these 108, 13 Upanishads are prominent and 108 Upanishads are recognized. Now certain things have been mentioned in the Chandogai Upanishad. Dialogues between the sages and the guru and the student is being mentioned in the Chandogai Upanishad. One is the Mundaka Upanishad, in which the Satyamev Jayate, which is mentioned on a national emblem, such ki Vijay hoti hai. It is about the two saints, Shunaka and Abhipartharan, who used to worship the universal soul. Once a beggar came to them, asked for food. They said, "हमारे पास खाने के लिए नहीं है." That beggar asked them, "Whom you worship?" They said, "The universal souls." Then the beggar said to them that the universal soul do not want anyone, do not let anyone to stay hungry. Then they said, "Yes, you are correct. The universal soul does not want anyone to stay hungry." Then he said that, then what is the motive of worshipping the universal soul when you cannot accept the truth in front of you? So this was ultimately they wanted that there is someone whom we should worship. Hope that this topic is clear to you. Do read the topic once again. Thank you.